Hello there. I at first didn't know what I would tape, what I would put on the site, on the video. But then I thought about something. It's the week off Thanksgiving. We're about 2.5 days away, and most people will be cooking or bringing a dish, going out to eat, celebrating, fellowshipping with family, maybe a few friends. There's a thing now called Friendsgiving, with whomever you have as your loved ones and those closest to you. A lot of people will be traveling, all these sorts of things, just so we can be with the ones that we love and share the time and express our gratitude for life, for these people that are closest to us, for just everything in general. And today I thought, well, I could start something called Vlogsgiving. I don't know if there's even such a thing, but at least vlog every day through this Thanksgiving week about what I'm grateful and thankful for. Today I was all prepared to do some things I needed to do, and the system didn't work. The computer basically had a piece of software that wasn't working today. And it made me think about, what do you do in life when the system or the systems you have in place or that you've planned are not working? What do you do in life when your system for health and vitality, when your system for finances, when your system for life plans and things that you expect out of life, if you strategically do X, Y, and Z, when all of that doesn't work out, what do you do? And I realized today that what I did essentially was I put another system in its place. I basically, worked on something else. This step doesn't work. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's turn a corner and just, try doing this. And that will not only preoccupy your time, but that will be useful to you because it allows you to think of, to find, to process some of the things. And one of the things that I did in doing that was, instead of doing the work that I thought I'd be doing today, I was doing some internal work. Instead of external work, I ended up doing internal work on myself. And in all of my self-confidence, self-esteem videos, I have talked about the importance of self-care. One of the ways in which you can take care of yourself is through journaling. I've discussed this probably within my last 2 to 3 videos. And so today I have journal number 8 out of the year so far. It's almost full. I don't even know if I'm holding the camera right, but it's almost full. And today I wrote 24 pages full of things that came to me in my mind. Check-in lists. I have a couple of check-in lists for daily checking in and weekly checking in. And my checking in is essentially, am I really working on the things that I say I'm working on? And I started a weekly checklist about a month, 4 to 5 weeks ago. About 10 to 12 items in which, hey, you say you want to do this in your life. Have you done this? Have you done that thing? Have you taken this step? What did you do? How did you do it? How much time did you spend on it? Etc. So in doing that weekly, last week when I was doing it, I discovered that I wasn't getting things done still, even though I was checking in. So I decided last week that I was going to do a daily check-in in which I have a few things that I do every day and that I would commit to checking in every day to see if I'm even working on the things that I want to be working on. And I mention all of this because I even failed to do the daily check-in, meaning every day. I've done it like maybe 2-3 times tops. I think today, out of, the past 5-6 days ago that I implemented this, was about the 3rd time that I did it. So that means I've missed at least 2 days, maybe 3 days of doing this. All of this is leading me to what I'm about to say that I think is very critical. Our society is very male-dominated in the way that it does things, meaning we make lists, we make plans. That's the left side logical part of the brain, quote unquote, male aspect of the brain, if you will, meaning that our masculine part of us, that's generally how we would approach things. And I'm realizing that lately I've been missing my feminine edge, my feminine aspects in how I approach things. Sometimes it's good to make lists and, I'm going to do it this way, make plans, work out systems, all that masculine approach to life stuff. But it's also good, in addition to that, in complement to that, it's also good to approach things from your feminine side, your feminine aspect of things. Like, you want to approach things creatively. You want to approach things intuitively. You want to sit back for a moment and kind of go, oh, what if I tried to do this? Wonder what would happen type of a deal. Just approach it from a different angle. You don't have to plan everything all the time. So it's funny, in operating in my maleness, as far as my approach to things, I was led back to my femaleness, if you will, by going, oh, wait, in the middle of brainstorming, for instance, other ways in which I could make, a little side money, side business. Not only can I do this, this, and this in this list, I'm listing things of, making charts and diagrams and da-da-da. But I could also just kind of, if I do this, what happens? Type of approach. Just try it and see what happens. Don't write down everything you hear. Sit back, relax, let it all kind of sink in and let it come out the way that it comes out. So I just thought I would share that because I know that there are people like me who make a lot of lists, but then also there are people like me in that at some point you've got to actually do something. That's what I'm really trying to lead to, okay? I read about something today, and I think it was on lifehack.com. I think that's where I saw it. If not, and I find out it's not, I will attribute it to the right source. But anyway, it was basically called the shrug effect, where you look at your life situation, let's say, and you're comparing yourself to someone else, and you're like, well, this someone else had this, this, and this going for them. Maybe this person came out of the 2-parent home and went to the Ivy League school and graduated and, has had a certain path. And that's why he or she is where he or she is. And that's external. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm using that as an example of this so-called shrug effect. And you're just like, not doing anything. Well, that does not help us. It doesn't serve us. And I think that's why now here in the U.S., we have such a culture of people who are couch potatoes. And I'll admit it, In recent years, I've done a whole lot of sitting and a whole lot of wasting time when I could have been really doing something to create change in my life, which in essence creates change within the planet. Within other people's lives. And we have to get back to doing that. You know, we have to get back to using our energy in a greater capacity. If we just sit and do nothing, that energy kind of fizzles and we have nothing to show for, you know, the past day, past week, past month, past year. You end up with very little to show for it. So that's basically what I learned in essence today. And just thinking about all of this, taking it all back to self-confidence and self-esteem, which has been my topic this month, thinking about all this has boosted my self-confidence, because now I'm like, there is something I can do about my life. Whatever I don't like in my life, I can do something to change it. I can explore. I can create. I can learn and apply that knowledge to my life by doing something with that knowledge. You know, creation is doing. It's an active verb. It's not passive. You know, couch sitting is passive. But actually going on the internet and getting some skills in order to, let's say, ace an interview for a job, or for, you know, going to college, or whatever your desire or passion is, that's active. You're actively doing something. And even greater, once you have that information, put it to use. You know, basically network and meet people who your sphere of influence knows. Your parents, your family, your spouse, your children, let's say, if you have grown kids, whoever you have. The people you know always know other people that you don't know. And you never know who needs what type of expertise that you may have. So if you're looking to do something in your life, or you have a passion that you've not fully explored, work with your network in order to go outside of your network and find the people that you need in order to explore what you can do, and put all of that into action and just see what happens. You never know. So that is definitely a way to boost your self-confidence. The more you get to know different people, the more information you put into practice and use it within your life, not just leave it on the printed page or on the screen of your computer, your tablet, or your smartphone, but actually do something with it, the better your life is going to be. The better my life is going to be. The better all of our lives are going to be, because you're doing what you ought to be doing and contributing to all of us, including yourself. And that definitely makes for a better world. So that's really all I have to say. As usual, I have a little running around to do. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this video made any sense to you at all, and it wasn't just me talking gibberish, click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Click like if you liked it. I'll make more videos like this. And that's really all I have to say. I don't have anything else. Take care. Peace and love.